Welcome to Daily Metal. Alright. Welcome to Daily Metal, where every day a different metal album gets dissected for your sadistic listening pleasure. I'm the heavy metal lawyer, Emma, and in this show I'll talk about why the music in these albums is so good and where they fall in the history of music's most wretched genre. On July 2nd in 2002, Impaled threw us down on the slab and stuck in a rusty scalpel to pull out our guts and make their album Mondo Medicale. The band name is an acronym and stands for Immoral Medical Practitioners and Licentious Evildoers. Impaled was part of the first wave of medically focused death metal and gore grind, inspired by early Carcass, but dropping the complicated medical jargon for more straightforward song titles like The Hippocratic Oath and Operating Theater. I love thematically centered bands generally, and medical horror is a rich source material to draw from, which is why Impaled was hardly alone in this niche subgenre, coming up in the early 2000s alongside bands like General Surgery, the County Medical Examiners, Hemorrhage, and Lymphatic Phlegm. Personally, I've always been more into bands that play on our natural human fear of the frailty of our own bodies and seeing the various parts of our bodies depersonalized in a surgical way, rather than the kind of gore grind that's just trying to paint the most fucked up scene imaginable, like Lord Gore. Though I'll make an exception if the band is good enough, musically, like Triple X Maniac. You'll never be able to be in nor see a mass murder orgy of naked women with big titties vomiting into each other's mouths while cutting each other apart with chainsaws. Sorry, Triple X Maniac. So that stuff just kind of makes me roll my eyes. Whereas someone who had to have my nose reconstructed without anesthesia, I am very, very afraid of surgery. Always wear a helmet while biking, kids. Take the lyrics of Choke on It. Internal bleeding makes you retch and causes a foul regurgitation. Vomiting chime in chunks of lung. You really are in quite a situation. That's something that has really happened to people, and it isn't outside of the realm of possibility that it will one day happen to you. So it is really scary. God, especially in the COVID-19 era, is it scary. Anyways, Mondo Medicale begins with some jangly horror movie type piano, the melody of which is taken up by an electric guitar that provides backing to a sample from, I'm guessing, a horror movie, of a doctor saying he's sick of saving people and now he wants to kill all of them. The album bursts into the band's signature style, far more thrashy than a lot of their counterparts. Impaled's connection to gore grind outside of the medical nightmare lyrics is the use of those juicy, creepy pig squeal vocals that gore grind is infamous for, and a couple of breakdowns like in the album's standout track, Operating Theater. There are even parts of the album that sound like black metal via the combination of tremolo guitar melodies and blast beats, like near the end of the song Dead Inside. For the most part, though, the band is just straight death metal, not quite technical death metal, but nevertheless far more polished and well played than a lot of their contemporaries. The band eschews traditional verse-chorus song structures entirely. I don't think there's a single song in this album where you can pick out a distinct verse or chorus. Rather, the band hops from one section to another, giving the music very chaotic feel. A less talented band wouldn't be able to pull this off, but while Impaled's songs lack any kind of rooted structure, each part is well written and stylistically and thematically coherent with the rest of the sections in that song. If you want to introduce someone to the idea of medically themed death metal music, this album is a great choice for those who may be turned off by the less talented and more obscene bands that make up the meat of the gore grind scene. So are you as scared of surgery as I am? What's your favorite horror theme in metal music? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, please subscribe so you can find out what the metal album of the day is, why it is so brutal, and where it fits in the history of the genre.